We're going to be drafting the best NFL offenses using only teammates of these NFL legends. All right, we got rock, paper, scissors for first overall pick. Yes. There are some names on the Brady list. I think I have to go Moss 1-1.
You're taking Moss at the 1-1.
I am.
At my 1-1, I'm taking the best tight end Brady ever played with. Give me Gronk.
Okay. I need a really solid run game because the quarterbacks here are garbage. I'm going Shady at running back.
Shady McCoy at RB in Tampa Bay. That's when Shady got 2 free rings.
Yeah. I think McCoy probably had like 10 touches that year. I don't even think he was active for the Super Bowl.
At my number 1 wide receiver spot, I'm going with Mike Evans.
All right. You're going the route I thought you'd go. Could I interest you in a wide receiver duo of Randy Moss and Julio Jones?
Oh,
because that's what I'm doing.
When were Julio Jones was on the Bucs?
Yeah, you gotta dig into the Bucs years. That's when everyone was like just like ring chasing with them.
Washed up, yeah. I actually thought you were going to go with a different wide receiver there.
There's a couple other wide receivers I got down. I have a really big board for wide receivers. So, but I think since we're doing everyone in their primes, I'll go Julio.
This guy should have been the first wide receiver I took. Give me Antonio Brown.
I mean, Brady and Brown were effective at 45 and whatever, like 30 something years old. Imagine Brady with prime AB.
Yeah, until AB threw his pads on the ground. That's when it all went downhill.
I'll still hold off on the quarterbacks for now. I'm still deciding over who I want to do for my wide receiver 3. Let me go tight end here. Let me get the actual best tight end that Brady ever played with. Rest in peace. No, I'm joking. Aaron Hernandez.
Stop. He can't be the best tight end.
No, he's not. But Aaron Hernandez was really good for that 1 year.
That is very true.
Gone forever, Aaron Hernandez. He had some other decent tight ends. I only have 2 other ones written down, but there's some other decent tight ends he played with.
Quarterback's so tough.
I know the quarterback is really tough.
I'm trying to think of who was really the best in their prime.
I wonder who your third name is, because I think we both have the two of the same ones.
No matter who I say, I don't know which one's better, to be honest. To solidify my run game with these terrible quarterbacks, give me Corey Dillon. He was a solid running back. Was his prime technically in Cincinnati or?
I think his prime like overlapped with both Cincinnati and New England.
I wasn't really sure, but he was dominant no matter where.
Yeah, there's some other like pretty like good throwback names on running back that I have on here. I'm not going to say them yet. I'm not going to reveal my secrets, but I have flex and quarterback left. The quarterbacks are Brady never had
a backup.
I know. Well, so the 3 names I've written down are Bledsoe, Garoppolo, and then Testaverde.
Testaverde's not my third name.
Okay. I kind of thought you were either going to go maybe Brissett as like a third.
No. Castle went 13. He won like 13 games 1 year.
He was good for the Patriots the 1 year, and then he had the really good year for the Chiefs. If I wanted to be a real sicko, I'd go Doug Flutie, but I'm not going to do that. I'll go Bledsoe. I think he's a better option than Garoppolo.
He's probably the best option. The wide receiver bag is so deep with Tom Brady.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just going to follow up with quarterback, and I'll let you make the move at wide receiver.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think Garoppolo,
with this run game and the weapons, he'll be able to operate.
Okay. Yeah, he'll be okay.
I'm not going to go running back, although I had some other names. BenJarvus Green-Ellis was a...
I was thinking playoff Lenny.
Ooh, okay. I actually didn't have Fournette written down. I had BenJarvus Green-Ellis, Fred Taylor.
That's a good one, right?
Fred Taylor was such an underrated running back. Prime for prime, I'm kind of down between the 2 players.
There's a guy I low-key want now.
I think this dude had maybe the best 1 year peak ever before he was a victim of an unfair system the NFL had in place. Give me Josh Gordon at the flex.
Wow. I wasn't prepared for the Josh Gordon pick. I'm taking an all-time great white receiver.
Wes
Welker.
That was my other choice. 07 to 2012 Wes Welker, one of the most underrated, not talked about enough wide receivers. I think my team's better. All right, rock, paper, scissors again. Yeah.
At the 101, I think the quarterback gap is going to be big here. Give me Brett Favre.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So I can, now that you've taken Brett Favre, I can allow for the rest of the board to fall into place before I take my other quarterback. I think I have to go with Davante Adams here for my first pick.
Definitely.
Out of all the wide receivers, I think he had the best peak.
I agree. He would have been my next selection, 100%.
Who you got next?
Jordy Nelson.
Yeah, that's who.
Jordy Nelson's the next pick here.
Yeah, damn. White chocolate. I mean, Jordan Nelson and Wes Welker don't get talked about enough.
No, not at
I
all.
wonder why.
They do not get talked about enough.
Rodgers has played with a plethora, I'll say, of pretty good running backs. Not all of them were in his prime with him, though. Well, no, a crazy overlay that I kind of forgot happened. I'm going to go Dalvin Cook at running back on the Jets.
That's a very interesting overlay. Ugh. I felt like all the running backs were kind of around the same tier.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I could see that.
I'm going to take another wide receiver. Give me Donald Driver.
That's a good one. Donald Driver had a really long, really productive career. Oh my God, I can't believe that he fell to me this far. Christ. All right, let me get Jimmy Graham.
Oh my gosh. I forgot about the
I
Jimmy
forgot
Graham.
about him also.
I forgot about Jimmy Graham. Now my tight end's going to look so bad. I'm actually glad you took the tight end before me because I would have looked like an idiot if I took the tight end I'm going to take over Jimmy Graham. Well, now I'm just going to get another wide receiver. And I think this guy might be more talented than some of the others. I'm between a couple names. I want Garrett Wilson.
Ooh, okay. Okay, I can see that.
There's a couple names on the board there.
Garrett Wilson's one of my favorite receivers in the NFL right now, and I respect that pick a lot. I need a quarterback, a wide receiver, and a flex. I already know who my quarterback's going to be, so I'm not going to take him until last just because it's pretty obvious. Wide receiver and flex. I think I might go dual tight ends at the flex. Until then, though, let me get DK Metcalf. Technically, they haven't played yet, but they're teammates right now, so I think it passes.
It passes. It plays.
That's a pretty freakish wide receiver duo, though.
Very, very freakish wide receiver duo. At my tight end spot, I'm going Jermichael Finley.
Hey, nice. Peak for peak, there are some other tight ends that are better than Jermichael, but that's a decent pick. Who else do you need to take?
I need a running back.
You need a running back? Okay, so I can ramble off some of the other guys I have on here. If I wanted to go flex wide receiver, it'd probably be Randall Cobb. Greg Jennings
Is another guy in
put
that.
the team on his back. Broken leg touchdown. Tight ends, I have Jared Cook, Pat Freiermuth, and Jonnu Smith.
No, I like Finley over all three of those guys.
Prime Jared Cook had a couple of good years.
I agree. I thought you were gonna surprise me with a name that I thought you were gonna give me like a crazy name that I wasn't.
Yeah, wide receivers is really nothing there. I could go with oh my God. Actually, yeah, I'm actually gonna go dual wide receiver or dual running back here at the flex. Yeah, I'm gonna piss the Yonks off with this one. Let me get Aaron Jones.
I got two wide receivers left on my board. Two running backs left on my board that I like. He's one of my favorite players. Give me Eddie Lacy.
Yeah.
Give me Eddie Lacy.
I can see that. So I say I'm going to piss the Yonks off because it was between Aaron Jones and Amon Green.
Yeah, I was between Eddie Lacy and Amon Green. I never watched Amon Green play.
I need to finish off my quarterback. Pretty easy. Jordan Love.
Yeah, there was two quarterbacks the whole time. And my strategy was I think there's a gap between Love and Favre. I think that one I might have won.
I might cook you to oblivion with this Terrell Owens draft, though. Rock, paper, scissors again. We're just using ChatGPT.
No, I'm just using Wikipedia.
Damn. Who is your first pick in the all-time Terrell Owens draft?
At the 1-1, it's kind of like Randy Moss. I need Jerry Rice on my squad.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I need Jerry Rice on my team at the 1-1. 100% I do.
That is very much fair enough. And the wide receiver room for me here is thin. So that's a big blow to me. Let me get quarterback out of the way. I think this guy is completely underrated within NFL history. Give me Steve Young.
I like that pick. There's a couple quarterbacks on my list that I'm between. And I feel like prime for prime, Steve Young and the other guy that I'm going to take are very similar.
Steve Young is the only guy that won an MVP on my list here, so that's why I'm taking
There's
it.
one other guy that I just think is a dog. It might be a little biased.
Yeah, I think I know where we're going to go with that then. I got a nasty one in my bag for running back here that I'm really hoping you don't accidentally stumble upon.
At tight end, I'm going to go Jason Witten.
Yeah, that's fair. That's probably one of the best prime players on here.
I'm going to go Jason Witten at tight end.
Let me blow your mind here for a second, okay? You ready? You might need to sit down for this.
I'm sitting. I'm seated. I'm seated right now for this.
Probably one of the weirdest career overlays that's ever happened. Running back, give me Marshawn Lynch. The 2009 Bills.
I did not expect that.
T.O. and Marshawn Lynch were teammates.
I'm about to shock your world even more.
I don't think you will.
At my second wide receiver spot, Ocho Cinco.
No, yeah, they played together on the Bengals.
My wide receiver core dominates.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it actually kind of does. I probably could have held on to Lynch for a little bit.
But Lynch could have stayed in your bag.
He could have.
Wide receiver, it's not as deep as I thought it was.
It really isn't.
I thought it was deeper.
So this was a Cowboys overlap. Let me get Martellus Bennett at tight end.
That is a gross selection there. I did not expect Martellus Bennett. I had no idea that those two guys were on the same team as each other.
Yeah. Oh, wait, Cowboys.
08 Cowboys. I'm so glad that you retracted your Brian Westbrook statement because that was my running back.
Yeah.
I'm going with Brian Westbrook.
No, yeah, that's a good one for running back.
There's one more guy there at running back if you want to get one in your flex spot.
Can't believe we're tapping the 2010 Bengals again. Let me get Cedric Benson.
Did not expect that to get tapped again.
Yeah.
I got 2 spots left. I need a quarterback and a flex position. I'm going to go with Donovan McNabb.
Yeah, I kind of thought you were going to go there.
I mean, we got McNabb, we got Westbrook, we got Rice, Ocho Cinco,
That's a pretty good squad.
That's a pretty solid squad right there.
Pretty good squad. Yeah, your wide receivers definitely cook mine. Yeah, I definitely messed up my draft order with not holding on to Lynch.
Yeah, that sold right there.
Yeah, all right, let me get Miles Austin.
That's an okay pick. I thought there was more players that he played with, to be honest.
No, there really wasn't. He was
He's got nothing here.
Yeah, he was just like the star wide receiver on like every team. I have one more wide receiver.
He was a star wide receiver on every team for 15 seasons.
Yeah.
This is insane. I'm going to just pull the trigger. Give me Fred Taylor.
That's a good one.
I'll take Fred Taylor in my flex.
This other wide receiver did make a Pro Bowl. Wasn't really that good with Terrell Owens. Let me get Roy Williams.
I don't think I ever watched Roy Williams play a day in my life.
I definitely should have held on to Lynch in that. But look, I think even then you still got Witten before I took.
Yeah.
And you got Rice before me. So you getting the number 1 overall pick kind of screwed me over.
I got Chad. I feel like I got Chad, Rice, and Witten.
Yeah.
Those were Chad and Rice were probably the 2 best wide receivers.
Easily.
And the best tight end.
Deshaun Jackson next. So I get the 1 of 1. I think there's only one pick to go with here. Lamar Jackson as my quarterback. I mean, I had some other stupid names written down, but I think Lamar Jackson has to be the pick here.
I'm not mad at that at all.
I think I should also get bonus points for having a Jackson on the Jackson team.
No bonus points there. 100%. Not throwing the bonus points out there. With my 101, I'm very conflicted on who to take with my 101.
There are some names.
I'm about to hit the wide receiver room hard here.
All right.
I'm going Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a pretty good one.
I'm going Cooper Kupp there.
Yeah, he was definitely my number 1 wide receiver on the board. I can't believe you let LaShawn McCoy fall to me again. Let me get shady.
I'm going to follow that right back up with Odell Beckham Jr.
So here's the thing. They both played on the 2021 Rams. They were never on the roster at the same time, though.
Are we for real?
Yeah. So I think they cut Jackson to get Odell, basically. And I looked it up yesterday because I was thinking about Odell also. They were technically never teammates.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I thought that one was an easy click for me. There's definitely a lot more wide receivers here.
Yeah, I only have 5 written down, and that was including Kupp.
It's they're interesting ones in my opinion. They're guys that you don't necessarily think of right away. Actually, I'm going to go with Santana Moss.
Ooh, I don't think I saw that they overlapped on Washington.
Santana Moss was a bum though at that time.
Yeah, that's
Santana Moss was a bum, but players in their prime.
I think I'm gonna attack the tight end next. And I am between 4 of them who are really, really good in their prime. And I'm not really sure if any of them is an incorrect answer. Single season reception record for a tight end. Let me get Zach Ertz.
I don't hate that pick at all. Not one bit do I hate that pick. There's a lot of good names. There's a name that I might go with that I probably shouldn't go with, to be honest.
Oh, God.
Actually, I'm going to flip the script. I'm going to go Jeremy Maclin.
That's a good wide receiver to pick up there. Based off of your previous drafts, I'm actually surprised you went with him over someone else.
Maybe I don't know who the other guy is.
Yeah, you probably don't.
I probably don't know who the other guy is.
I think I kind of have to go wide receiver here. I'm going to go Mike Evans on the Bucs.
Yeah, he's pretty good. That's a pretty good cat to pick there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Mike Vick.
That's a pretty good quarterback. Yeah. I know who else I had written down. So I had Stafford written down.
Okay.
If you took Lamar, I was really heavily thinking about taking RG3.
No, me too. I had RG3 and Vick.
And then Hurts and Cousins.
He played with Hurts?
He caught a touchdown from Hurts.
in 2020.
Yeah.
In 2020, he caught a touchdown from Hurts.
I think I'm going to go double tight ends here. I will, you know what? I'm going to go with the Buccaneers wide receiver core. Let me get Chris Godwin.
At tight end, one of my fan favorites. Like, this is when I was getting into football. This was a guy that, like, I watched him burst onto the scene, literally. I'm going prime Jordan Reed.
That's a pretty good pick.
Prime Jordan Reed is my pick there.
I have a couple of other tight ends over him, though. I'm not going to lie. Tight end, I'm down between Vernon Davis, Washington teammates, Mark Andrews, and Darren Waller. Yeah, you feel a little stupid, don't you?
I don't. This might sound crazy. Prime Jordan Reed, prime Mark Andrews. Vernon Davis one's a big one right there.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Vernon.
And at running back with my last pick, I'm going to take Brian Westbrook.
I'm surprised me saying Darren Waller didn't trigger you into thinking of Josh Jacobs.
It did not. It did not trigger me into thinking of Josh Jacobs at all. Who were your wide receivers there?
Evans and Godwin with Lamar and Shady. I won this one.
I don't know though. Like I got prime Cooper Kupp. Boop or bup.
Yeah, but I got prime Lamar. So like,